Hi, boys and girls.
We've already wasted like 3 minutes.
It's fine, it's fine. So, you go
We have
first.
to do introductions.
That's what I said, you go first.
Okay. Hi everybody, my name's Quinton.
And I'm MJ.
And I guess we're the awkward ding-dongs now. So
Yes.
That's the thing. You asked 2 people and they said yes.
I mean, yeah. And one of them wasn't imaginary.
Oh, that's unusual.
I know. Growing.
Growth, it's all about growth.
And today's movie is M3GAN. This amazing frickin' doll. Oh my God, the gays love her. I love her. She's amazing. She's amazing. She's amazing.
I thought it was going to be like a Chucky thing when I first started because we talked about it. I was like, oh, it's going to be like a Chucky with the women cast, kind of like they did Ghostbusters kind of thing, you know? And then when it came out on Peacock, watched it on Peacock, I was very impressed. I was like, oh, this is really good. Like, this is stupid good. Like, why?
I agree. I was blown away. I mean, I didn't know what to expect, to be honest. Like, I just knew it was going to be a killer doll. So I'm like, okay, cool. It's another Chucky ripoff, not pretty much. But it wasn't. It was, you actually made the comment during the movie. It's pretty much Chucky / Terminator. Like, that's literally what she is.
It was like, it reminded me of Toy Soldier, Terminator, and Chucky, like an amalgamation, and done beautifully.
Oh, cutting way into it. So there's like a part where they bring their toys, and I'm telling you, there's this giant teddy bear. That kid has the most issues. I'm just telling you. Straight up.
That wasn't even...
Straight up. Like, when I saw that, I was like, oh my God, like that's a whole attachment issue. It's like like,
yeah,
it was like this big.
It was ginormous. It was stupid how big it was.
It was huge.
It had nothing to do with the movie at all. It was like, there's like little things they put in the movie where it made no sense. Like,
Sure.
It was just like little spurts, but it wasn't crazy. It wasn't like, oh my goodness, this is going to affect the whole plot, and how do we get from point A to point C? Like, it had nothing to do with it at all. It was just like little random moments, like, let's just see if we can get away with this, I feel like. Like the giant-ass teddy bear.
It was great. I loved that part.
Or the elastic ear. Like, the elastic ear was everything. Like, that was so stupid and obviously fake, but I didn't mind it, honestly. It was still fun.
I agree. I enjoyed it a lot. Oh,
yes.
yes. So we have, I'm not going to lie, as soon as this person came on my screen, I got instantly mad. She's a great actor, and that's why I got so mad, because I remembered her from a movie she was already in before. Like, that was still lingering with me when I saw her face. And that is none other than Allison Williams. She plays, I believe her name is Gemma. Yes, yeah. She plays Gemma, who's,
the engineer that I was just talking about.
They were talking about, yeah. But I'm just saying she's my favorite too, though.
You really did
like,
just completely zone out for a
I'm
second.
sorry, I really did. But yeah, she is amazing. She was in the movie Get Out. That's honestly all I really know her. No, she's in Get Out, and I think she was in one of the Godzilla movies. I might be thinking of a different actor, like a lookalike. But no, she's in Get Out, and because of that movie, like literally I see her face, I just instantly get pissed off because I'm just like, you're the reason.
And it was funny you said, because you said it during the movie too, and honestly, her role in this movie, it makes you hate her, because like she's not fit to be a bear.
She's not listening.
Like that's how M3GAN was great. M3GAN the doll, who was played by Amy Donald, and then also voiced with Jenna Davis. She was literally created by Gemma, Allison Williams' character, to be a babysitter, because she is like, I don't have time to deal with you, like I'm doing this. She's a workaholic, and she is not a paternal kind of person. Maternal. Is it maternal or paternal?
Both.
Sure.
We'll
Parental figure.
Yeah.
So she is not a parental figure at all. And we keep calling her parental figure and on everything because she is got custody of her niece, Katie. I was like, I almost said Caddy. So like,
Mean Girls!
I was like, wait, hold on. It's the house spin-off, yeah. So she becomes an orphan. The aunt has to take her in. Aunt Gemma, Sue takes her in and everything. And it was kind of like, it made sense. Like the way it happens, everything that was logical, it made sense. I love a movie that makes sense.
Very true, very true, very true. It was great. I loved how, even when Gemma figured out, like, oh shit, I fucked up and this is not what we need, her teammates are like, Girl, you sure? I'm pretty sure we just spent almost all of our fortune like on this doll with the company we work for. Don't say that. Let's pretend. Let's pretend it's good. It's good.
It's fine. Well, you had the one black girl trying to be the voice of reason and everything. There's also one black bitch.
Oh yeah, her name is Tess, by the way. She is played by Jen Van Epps.
Yes.
I've never seen her in anything before this movie, so I don't really know what she's from or what she's in.
But she did her role very well. Like, she was smart, she was there for her. What else was she in?
Oh my god, she was in Power Rangers Dino Fury? Who was she in Power Rangers? It says Mother. I haven't watched Power Rangers since like, I don't know, 1998.
Can't wait for the reunion universe or the anniversary.
Oh, that new movie coming
Yeah,
out? I'm kind of
thing.
excited too. They're so old now. Like, oh my god, he's so old now. The Blue Ranger's so old now. So old.
But you know, can we talk about Zach, the Black Ranger, who has not changed at all? He still
He looks
like
exactly the same. I love it.
Focus.
Yes, Megan. Hi, baby.
Yes, so why did we start that?
Because she was
Oh,
the one,
the
she was
Tess,
being
like,
the reason. Tess was all like, yo.
Yeah. She's like, hey, like, I understand this is a great idea. You want to put this out there.
She was the
but
first
it's
one that was
probably
like, why are we sure we want to replace parents? Because that's
Yeah.
what we're doing now. And then the
Exactly.
therapist was all like, you know you're replacing parents,
not-
right?
No, I'm not. Like, I'm totally not doing that.
My favorite part, well, okay, so I'm not gonna lie, my favorite part was when she was like, the therapist was like, how close were you to your sister? Not to be a bitch, but like, dead ass, how close were you? Because
For real.
clear as day, you weren't as close as you're trying to say
Yeah.
you were.
She's literally
Like-
oh, you have like no paternal instincts at all. You're just,
Literally.
okay, we got some work to do. Like, it was all her face too. Like, you tell me I always talk in my face, and I'm just like,
He's learning, you see this? He's understanding.
I hate you. But
I'm getting it on camera, bitch. Yes.
The therapist.
You're
The
welcome.
therapist had the look on her face like there's things she was like saying without saying, where she was literally just like, "Oh, honey, you should not have a child. Like, I need them to take this away from you immediately." Like, she had that look on her face like, "We're gonna give it a shot and see where it goes, but you should not have this child."
Legit. She
It
was
was
like,
great.
oh gosh. My favorite part though too was when Emma was like, she's not my child. And then I'm like, literally, everyone in the room just looked at her like, bitch, she is. Yeah, she is now. What do you mean?
She was quick for it too. She was literally like, "She's not my kid." I was like, "Oh, first of all, wow.
Calm down.
Yeah, it's not that serious. Our bad. Sorry. We'll back it up a little bit." But yeah, she was like kind of adamant about it not being her kid.
Legit.
But she, she did what a parent does. She kept the kid alive. Well, attempted to keep the kid alive without having to do a lot of work.
I love that whole statement was great. It was beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, that's what she did. A parent's job is to just feed you and keep you alive until you turn 18.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Some of them can't even do. No, I'm not. Never.
Don't go down that path.
Go ahead, not doing it now.
I did get really annoyed though when this little frickin' brat, because she's a kid. Crotch goblins drive me insane. Yes, you heard me correctly. I call them crotch goblins because when they're born, they look like freaking goblins and they come from your crotch. So, that out of the way. I was annoyed when she's all like, she won't let me play with her toy. That's like a souvenir, not souvenir, but like a one-of-a-kind thing. Like, you don't take it out of the box.
Oh yeah, the collectibles.
Like, collectible thing. And like, I was just like, wait, what? Like, he actually explained to me, like, why you don't do that, and like, it made sense. And I was like, oh, that does make sense. And then I'm like, why didn't you just explain to the therapist? Like, no, bro, like, tell the therapist what it is. And then even tell the therapist, like, I understand we're trying to do this, like, be a family, but there's rules sometimes.
Yeah.
And I'm a rule breaker, so me saying that, that's a lot.
Yeah, you really are bad at.
We're not gonna talk about it.
Are we doing this again? Is that gonna be your catchphrase? Or
We don't got time, we just don't got time.
We're not gonna talk about that. But then, so moving down the cast, let's have Ronnie Chang, who played David. He was the boss guy. Who I wasn't sure if he had a real lisp or he was adding the lisp, but like there was definitely a lisp when he was talking, and it was distracting me. Who's the guy that played the assistant? I'm kind of intrigued about that. That's
He
something
is. I was actually just looking at his face. It is Brian Jordan Azera, I believe.
Alvarez.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Wow. Right? Like, hello.
He didn't look like that in the movie.
Not at all, but he looked good here. Megan's a little story thing about like, you thought it was gonna be a cute little prank, like a ha 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 thing, and then you're like, wait, I can maybe do this. And then you killed everybody. Dun dun dun!
My favorite line, I think we were talking about during the movie too, it was like, can you live with yourself? Could you live with yourself? He's like, yes, yes. I'm not going to say who said what or whatever, you know.
Oh, and by the way, because I realized we kept calling her just a therapist, she does have a name. Her name is Lydia. She's played by Amy Usherwood. I don't know this person, but she was great in the movie. She's got right here.
She really was. I've not heard of her, but yes, Lydia, therapist, and M3GAN, you said her name was?
Oh, what?
The therapist, what was her? Amy, sorry, Amy. And she did her job well too, because she gave you the look when she was like, bitch, you crazy, but I can't say that because it's my profession, but you're crazy. Or when she was talking to Katie or M3GAN or whatever, she actually did like kind of have a conversation with M3GAN at one point too. That was interesting. Before.
Did you have like a favorite aspect of M3GAN? Like looking, okay, so like I guess looking at her was an aspect, but like looking at it, did you have a favorite detail?
Like the doll itself?
Yeah, like the doll, no, like the doll itself.
But her face is like the eye movements, I think it just, I don't know, there was something captivating about the eyes. They were big.
Talking about the eyes, this bitch got a blink. Hey, she didn't blink. And then when she's charging, she don't shut her eyes. She doesn't shut her eyes, you guys. They don't shut. They're always just.
I mean, it's not that. It's like the
See, that's all it is. That's all it is.
It's like the Mona Lisa, you know? It's like she's sitting there.
But isn't she smiling? Doesn't she have a smirk?
It's like a, but M3GAN had a smile. I'm just saying.
She did have a smirk every death.
Yeah,
every death she did. It was so cute.
Oh, my favorite death was probably the dog.
You didn't even see what happened. Like,
I don't need to. I have a great
because
imagination.
he hates animals.
I don't hate them. I just dislike them strongly.
He doesn't like them. He hates them.
Goodness. But it was
My favorite death was the kid that got hit by the car. I mean, that air part. That air part was great. Like, I mean, it was honestly really, really great.
Half of our viewers. All 12 of them are so mad right now.
Well, sorry, we're us, and this is who we are.
That's what they subscribe for.
Thank you again, by the way, to people that did subscribe.
Absolutely.
But no,
You're
so
for a
like,
shit show, let me just tell you.
ain't gonna lie, I feel like we're like a good show to watch on like when you're hungover on a Monday because everyone gets drunk on Sunday fun day. But the air scene that was going, it was going so good. Sorry, yeah. There's a part where M3GAN's ripping in air and it's going so good, and then there's literally like it just goes too far, and it's like okay, it's not believable anymore. But,
Yeah.
But it was great, yeah.
Like I said, I think that was one of those things we were talking about earlier about like, you know, the big teddy bear and like some of the foolishness they kind of threw in there, and that was one of those ones where it was like.
What'd you think of her dance?
We talked about this. So we were talking about how Halloween is gonna be full of Wednesdays and
M3GAN's, and I can't wait. I'm so excited.
Dances. I was like, oh god. The moment she started doing it, I was just like,
She's not like,
oh, this is gonna be weird. Really?
Yeah, I want an Ellie.
Elsie?
I thought it was Ellie.
The little AI.
Yeah.
Yeah, Elsie.
And like, okay, so is M3GAN around our time frame? Like, is it set in the year 2023? Just I'm only asking you because like some of the high tech stuff they were using, I was like, is that around right now, or is this like?
I mean, I feel like art is based on reality, so I mean, they had to get it from somewhere.
I guess, and I guess.
But I feel like we do have stuff like that. We have like, you know.
Oh, by the way, you guys, this is just a little funny thing. So we watched M3GAN on Peacock. By the way, check it out. It's really good. Like I said, Peacock. But we watched it, right? We finished it. Then we discovered there was an unrated version.
I was so mad about that.
We were like, I was like, I'm not sitting here watching this whole movie again. So we literally just skipped to all of the death parts.
Yeah, and they were so good.
They were honestly really great.
Yeah, it was like when you had the unrated version of the death scenes.
Like, see, I think it's funny that you said the dog part, but I thought I was gonna be like the neighbor.
Yeah, well, the neighbor role, they definitely did.
That one, she went hard on the neighbor.
Yeah,
like, so, like, I think that was the hardest one she went on.
And then, like, I feel like, and then also, oh no, the ear. We were talking about the ear. The ear, the unrated ear was so much better.
Yes, it was. Because you actually like,
even you were all like, oh my god. The ear part, oh, so good. That was so good. Yeah, definitely the death scene, like if you're into gory guts and blood, like that, the unrated version, recommend it. If that's too much for you, then watch the regular version or the rated version, whatever.
And I'm just curious what was in theaters now.
I guess we should have went and saw it.
I wanted to.
Oh, well, not my fault.
But apparently not that badly because we never got around to doing it.
Obviously. But I will say, But because I was watching when we were watching the rated version, I was like, some of these lines seem a little off. Like some of the lines it was good, but like the way it was delivered was just a little bit off. And I'm like, I feel like they probably could have added like a little profanity or something to drive to the point the way they were saying it. But then you watch the unrated version, like, get your fucking dog!
Yes, unrated. There was so many F-bombs, so much fucking. I couldn't believe all the fucking.
Yeah, it was legit. I was like, that makes more sense now.
Yes.
I mean, I'm not saying that you need profanity for everything, but sometimes you're trying to drive home a point or a sentence. It just adds a little oomph to it. It like gives that little, that hurt a little bit more. Like it cut deeper. So
it did.
That was
I ain't gonna lie, because obviously when I was watching the movie, I had like thinking like scenarios and theories, like where's it gonna go, what's gonna happen, like obviously the aunt's actually killing everyone. Then I was like, no, for a minute I was like, Caddy is that, Caddy. Mean Girls, why did you have to do this to us? Why?
That's like the third or fourth movie we watch now. Someone's named Katie.
And then it spelled like Caddy from Mean Girls. I'm like, why? We should do Mean Girls next. Everyone loves Mean Girls. Anyway.
Like 332.
It doesn't matter. It's amazing. Anyway, best Christmas movie ever. What was I saying though? I forgot.
You were talking about Katie. Oh, you thought Katie was the killer.
Yes. So I was like, this bitch is a killer. She's actually the one killing everyone, and then it's all in her head, being like, Megan, don't do it. I watch Megan do it.
They would have ended with like, I woke up, it was a dream. I would have been pissed.
I hate those movies.
I would have been so
I hate
mad.
those. That's like a Buffy the Vampire Slayer episode where like, not really best show in the world, by the way, just saying. But not really, like, there's a whole part where she's all like, I live a normal life. I'm just in a psych, I can't say it, so we'll say mental hospital.
Psychiatric ward?
Thanks. And like it ends, and it's just like, it ends with her still being in it. So like the episode ends, sorry, I'm gonna spoil it. It ends.
It come in like 92.
I mean, probably.
So.
But it ends with her like, being okay back in like the normal world, our world or whatever, but then like it ends with her still in the mental hospital, like with her just like zoned out. So it's like, wait, is she in the mental hospital, like stuck there, like because it's on her head, or is she really living this life? And they never explain it.
What?
They never explain it. They just go on with the next episode and the rest of the series. It's a great show.
It's so wonderful. Like,
it is.
They don't explain anything.
It is.
Oh, great.
I mean, they probably do, like when they're talking. I watch it for the fighting because I was a child when I watched it.
I realized when you just said that just now that I was like, they should have watched it by now. I was like, I forget that there's people that are like younger than me. That's like, wait, they probably weren't alive yet. They're probably not alive. So by the time they're watching this, they're like, thanks for ruining it for me, asshole. My bad.
Spoiler alerts.
Yeah.
I feel like we should start every video now saying
I make sure I
spoiler
put the little
alerts.
disclaimer in the section. So focus, back on topic. Can we talk about so Katie's sitting with the therapist, so, they're trying to, this is after things are started happening or whatever. She's sitting with the therapist, or no, she's sitting with Katie, or Megan. And Megan's like, if you ever forget your mom, just, tell me what you love about her or happy with. Her favorite part was that her mom got scared of a cockroach. Mm-hmm. And I was like,
so her mom being horrified about her happiness. And this is why I was like, she's the freaking killer. She's showing signs.
Like when you said it, I was like, yeah, that sadly would make sense. I would hate it, but it would make sense because she's like, the happiest moment with my mom is like she got scared and ran out, and I laughed for days.
I ain't gonna lie though, because I love that you brought up that whole part. Yeah. Because before that even, Megan tells Gemma all like, bro, I don't know how to talk about death with her. What do you want me to do? And Gemma's like, well, it's never gonna happen. And like literally the next freaking day, it happens, and Megan's all like, I told you.
Oh my God, can you talk about Megan and her bitch face though? Oh my God. Megan has these looks, and I think it's Amy Donald.
Katie, seriously, flush the toilet.
The look on her face, the coaster scene, when she literally, because there's this whole like running gag basically. It kind of reminds me of like Bullet Train. There's always that little running gag that's going throughout the movie. And so Gemma, the aunt that's watching Katie, the orphan, blah, blah, she has a thing about like she doesn't put her glass on a coaster. She just sits it on the wooden table. We all know you don't do that. You use a coaster.
I didn't until Megan actually explained it in the movie, and I was like, oh. But then I thought it was great too, and like she asked, like, well, how does water get out the glass? And then Jem was like, I don't fucking know that either. Don't say nothing. And then Megan's all like, bitch, shut up, I got this. And she literally tells her, and then Jem was all like, oh, I didn't know that either, pretty much. Like, she's got that look.
And that's like, I think the looks in the movie were my favorite parts. They were my favorite parts because, like I said, with the coaster thing, you cut me off. I was talking about the coaster.
Sorry, I
thing.
forgot.
Yeah, I almost forgot too. Like, it was but like when she puts the coaster, and then Megan had already told her about the coaster, explained the whole thing to her, explained the signs behind the whole nine, and then literally flash forward to another scene. Katie puts it on the table, and the coaster, mind you, the coaster's right in, but it's actually she could get a coaster. The coaster's right for her. She's purposely putting it on the side of the coaster. Megan looks up at her like, then looks over at the aunt and just makes eye contact. Like they both look at each other, dead silence. There's not a moment of, there's no words at all. It's just like. And then it was like, we're just gonna move on. Like it was great.
That's
like,
what makes it even more better is because one of the lines they say for advertising Megan is that she never loses patience. She's always going to have patience. And the first time we see her lose it is, seriously, Katie, flush the toilet.
She's the most patient thing ever. She will help you with your learning. Yeah, she was not about it at all. Yeah, Megan was so over it. The looks like, seriously? I was like, yes, I love every moment of that.
Gemma is one of those characters where she's seriously so smart but yet so stupid and I don't understand.
She was smarter than other stupid bitches that be in those movies.
But do you know what I mean though? Like it's one of those things where it's like, you're an engineer, but like the most basic common sense you didn't understand, you didn't grasp.
They're book smart, not street smart. I have friends that are like that. Like, they know a lot of things. Like my mom would say they have more degrees than a thermometer, but the dome is a box of rocks.
Oh, I love that.
And it's a very true statement. Like you see, like they're so smart, and then it's like, really? Like, how do you know not to walk across the street blindfolded?
I can't wait for Megan too.
That's gonna be so good.
It's already in the works, I guess.
Like how they're gonna do it and the way they left it. Can't wait. Watch it. Like the ending is the best part. Honestly, it was like because you know, but the way the slow turn, I was here for it.
I'm watching you.
Blink, blink. If they would have added like a little eye blink, that would have been perfect. That would have been so good. Oh my god. For those that are like, oh, do it. Oh, God.
Oh, before we have to head out here soon, but before we do, I also want to bring up, one of the reasons why I honestly think it's really great is how they I can't say the words for this. So what they did was, she's glitching out and she's connected to the house because everything's smart, you know, it's a smart house.
Oh, yeah.
So as she's glitching, like the power is blinking, you know, shit's going crazy and haywire. And it's great because it makes you think like, oh, it's a haunted doll, like it's possessed, like the house is possessed. It makes you think that kind of scary, but at the same time you're like, no, wait, she's controlling it. That's why everything's messing up, is because she's connected, she's glitching, the house is glitching.
And like I said, everything made sense. Like every single moment, like it wasn't like they just throw a flick, like they explained it to you, like, because she controls the house, because she tapped into Elsie.
I thought it was Ellie.
That's Elsie.
I'm kind of sworn it was Ellie.
It's Elsie.
I think it's Ellie.
We watch with the closed caption.
You know what, you guys? If you watch the movie, let us know in the comments.
Or we can literally just, never mind.
We don't have time for this. What would you rate this movie? From a dong to a ding.
It's a ding for me.
A ding. That's a triple ding for me.
It's like, oh, you're all about the dings.
I love ding, ding, ding.
On that note, thank you again for watching. Enjoy the rest of your night, weekend, day, whatever time you're watching this. And we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.